This conclave is brought to order. Blessed are the ancestors who kept us alive.
Kept us alive, see?
Us, and enabled us to reach this season. Keep us alive.
Keep us alive.
The accused Tali'Zorah of West Normandy has come with her Capitan to defend herself against the charge of treason.
What's with the camera there?
A human has no business at a hearing involving such sensitive military matters.
Then you should not have declared Tali crew of the Normandy, Admiral Chorus. By right as Tali's captain, Shepard must stay.
Bam!
Objection withdrawn.
I guess I'm an
Shepard,
idiot.
West Normandy. Your crew member Tali'Zorah stands accused of treason. Will you speak for her?
How should I start this out? It's my pleasure. Yes, it's, well, not really my pleasure, but I would certainly do it because Tali needs me to do it. But at the same time, I kind of want to emphasize that Tali is just freaking awesome at what she does.
I shouldn't have to. When Tali helped me stop Saren and his Geth army, her actions spoke for themselves. Without her help, none of you would be alive to put her on trial today.
That's true.
Well said, Shepard. None of us should forget Tali's contributions to the fleet.
Tali, you're accused of bringing active guests to the migrant fleet. What say you?
I just gasped there because that admiral's voice is Terran Loghain from Dragon Age Origins. She's innocent. She's not guilty. This court must find her not guilty. Any other verdict is an abrogation of justice so heinous that none of you should be able to sleep at night.
Tali would never endanger the migrant fleet. She pleads not guilty.
I left parts and technology for teams to pick up. My father ordered me to do so, but I would never send active Geth to the fleet. Everything I sent was disabled and harmless.
Then explain how Geth seized the lampship where your father was working.
Buried the lead, you fuckers.
What are you talking about? What happened?
As far as we can tell, Tali, the Geth have killed everyone on the Alarai. Your father included.
Oh, you
Keela.
bastards.
I thought Quarians valued family. How do you justify springing this on Tali in the middle of a damn trial?
Our apologies. Tali should have been informed.
Shepard, we have to take back the Alarai.
The safest course would be to simply destroy the ship. But if you are looking for an honorable death instead of exile...
I'm looking for my father, you Boshtet!
Whoa, 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 Tali,
To
you're not
retake
helping.
the Alarai from the Geth. This proposal is extremely dangerous.
Okay, let me just say, Shal'Aran recused herself from this trial, right? But really, it looks like the three admirals that are serving as the judges are really, it really seems like they're serving as the jury, and Shal'Aran is serving as the judge. So, why is Shal'Aran involved in this at all? If she recused herself, you'd think that she would not have anything to do with it whatsoever. Instead, she's actually presiding over this, which seems inappropriate. Not that I'm not complaining from a gameplayer perspective, because I really enjoy her voice, and I think she's actually a pretty good character. And I like that she's Tali's friend. But from a story perspective, it makes no sense to say, yes, I recused myself. Now let me go put on my robe, grab my gavel, and preside over your trial. Whereas the other admirals, they aren't actually being judges, they're being the jury. Or in fact, they're maybe being the prosecution a little bit too. So, I don't quite understand what they meant when she said she recused herself. But anyway, I don't know if I necessarily see the value in retaking the Alarai apart from finding out what happened to Tali's father. But I would say if it proves her loyalty. No, actually, this is, I think, more what I'm going for. For Tali's sake, to find out, so she has some closure with her father. Because her freaking father might be dead, and they didn't tell her this till right now.
With your permission, Admirals, yes. The good of the fleet must come first. And Tali needs to find her father.
That's right.
Agreed. And if you die on this worthy mission, Tali, we will see that your name is cleared of these charges.
Oh.
We can discuss that later.
No!
Then it is decided. You will attempt to retake the Alarai. You are hereby given leave to depart the Raya. A shuttle will be waiting at the secondary docking hangar. Be safe, Tali. This hearing will resume upon your return, or upon determination that you have been killed in action.
There should be a mistrial given that she wasn't fully informed of the situation.
Thank you for agreeing to take back the Alarai, Shepard. The Admiral sounds sure that my father is already dead, but I don't know. We won't know anything until we get there.
How are you holding up? They just threw a lot of fire at you, even before telling you about your father.
I knew this would be bad, but I guess you're never really prepared to be charged with treason.
And be told your
And
dad's dead.
My father, I don't know. He could still be alive. They don't know for certain that he's dead. I just don't know, Shepard, and I need to find out.
I'm asking should we talk to people, but I think Shepard would actually be saying something here like, look, if I know anything from courtroom dramas, it's that you gotta sway who you can to your side. You gotta work the judges a little bit, so let's talk to some people and try to see what we can find out and whose opinions are perhaps more malleable than others.
Is there anyone here you want to talk to before we go?
We can talk with the Admirals. It might help us to see what their viewpoints are.
Yeah.
But I doubt we'll change anyone's mind by talking to them privately.
Let's go.
Right. The sooner we get to the Alarai, the sooner we'll know what happened.
Garrus?
The secondary
Oh.
docking hangar is through the conclave chamber where you are now. The shuttle they have provided is unarmed.
Roger.
Understood.
Garrus, I'm glad...
Or on the Alarai have likely built more of themselves. Expect heavy resistance.
Damn. Garrus, I'm glad you're with us, is what I was trying to say there before I was so rudely interrupted. This trial is an abomination. I move to adjourn to whatever. Mistrial. Something like that. Ah, yeah, Shalaran. Hey, I haven't a bone to pick with you.
You set me up, Shala.
Yeah.
You told Captain Donna not to say anything? I don't hear that my father may be dead until I'm in the trial? Why?
The Admirals needed to hear the shock in your voice, Tali. Otherwise, they might not have let you try to retake the Alarai. That is your best chance at recovering evidence that can exonerate you. I am sorry. We cannot afford sensitivity, Tali.
You did go too far, definitely. She should have known ahead of time, and even if you were counting on the shock convincing the Admirals that she should be able to go retake the Alarai, even if they hadn't agreed to it, we would just fucking go do it. Fuck them. They want to fire missiles at it, let them fire missiles at it. I'll tell the Normandy to shoot them out of the sky.
I know you're trying to help her, Admiral, but that was over the line.
She has nobody else to speak for her, Shepard. I am doing everything in my power. That's what her father would have wanted.
Don't say it like that. He could still be alive on that ship.
You should get to the Alarai soon. Is there anything else I can tell you?
What kind of evidence will carry weight with the Admirals?
Yeah, that's important.
Tali, you admitted to sending Geth parts to your father for his project.
Yes, but never anything that could have come back online on its own. I took every possible precaution.
Then find records of your shipment and experiments. Something that proves you were careful. Something that proves that this is all just a terrible accident that nobody could have foreseen.
There seem to be some other arguments going on among the Admirals.
You caught that? Yes, the Geth's presence makes this a touchy issue. The Admiralty Board is trying to determine whether to focus on colonial development or attempt to retake the home world.
You're thinking of war? With the Geth?
I am not, Tali, but others are.
Seems like a bad... Does it seem like a bad idea? Yeah, it does seem like a bad idea.
I know the migrant fleet is formidable, but even you can't take on the Geth.
We grow tired of wandering the stars, Shepard. We want our world back. We have paid enough for our mistake. I'm not giving you my opinion. I'm telling you which way the wind is blowing.
Anything you can tell us about the lab ship, the Alarai?
What can you tell us about the Alarai?
Not much, I'm afraid. Ryozora only said that he was researching new defense technology.
He told me only that he needed any Geth parts or pieces I found. I assumed he was testing weapons on Geth components.
We knew nothing until the Alurai sent a distress signal, then went dead. We didn't even know about the Geth until a boarding team was attacked.
You're saying there's no data about the inside of the ship?
That's exactly what I am saying.
Great.
The Marines who survived and escaped saw bodies in the halls. We must assume the worst.
No, we don't.
How long have you known Tally's family?
Since before Riel was an admiral. 25 or 30 years, I'd guess. I was there when Tally was born. Her mother and I had synced up our suits so we could be in the same open-air room. I was sick for a week, but it was worth it. I was the one who took Tally from her mother and put her in the bubble. She cried so hard.
Aww. Tally, baby Tally crying. That's cute.
I don't understand. You put your children in bubbles?
Environmental units. It's a step between relying on the mother's immune system through nursing and getting a suit of one's own.
The bubbles let parents take their children out of the clean rooms safely. We don't wear suits until adolescence.
There's a celebration when a child gets her first suit. It's a coming of age.
I'm not hearing much about Rael's involvement in Tally's life.
It's difficult to explain. I shouldn't.
It's all right, Anshala. No secrets between shipmates. I think I told Shepard about my father.
You did.
If you say so. Riel was committed to the Quarian cause. That didn't leave him a lot of time for his family. He wanted to give Tally and her mother the home world, or a strong fleet at least. That was how he showed his love.
I wanted to mention about the suits. I think it makes sense that they would wait a while to put their kids in suits because kids freaking grow fast, and if you had to build an expensive immuno-containment suit for your kids from the time that they started moving around, you'd be buying them a new suit every, 3 months. It'd be crazy. They'd never fit in them. It'd be a ton of money. So I get the bubble thing. That makes sense. And as far as Tally's dad, I remember talking to her about it in Mass Effect 1, about her father. I remember her saying that he was basically a career admiral, and that he was always involved in politics and always off doing other things, and that she had loving memories of her father, but that he didn't really play a large role in raising her. And I just wanted to mention, too, that this is, of the loyalty missions, this is loyalty mission number 2 with daddy issues. Just commenting.
We should move on.
Good luck on the Alarai.
Thank you. Let's see who's over here. Oh, Cal Rieger. Hey.
Carl Rieger.
Shepard, Talizora, good to see you both. Wish you were under better circumstances.
Agreed.
What did they get from our readings?
Damnedest things, just like they said. No way the sun on Haystrom should have been acting that way.
So that dark energy theory is right. That's troubling.
And poorly
Can't
written.
really comment on that, ma'am. I just shoot things.
You said that your mission had something to do with dark energy.
Right. Remember the damn sun on Haystrom? Shorted out everything. Way too much radiation? The sun's getting old. Only it's not. Dark energy. It's reducing the mass of the star's interior. Techs are worried.
Is this a big problem? I would think it is, but let's ask anyway.
What does that dark energy buildup mean? Is it something we should worry about?
Sorry, Shepard, I don't know what it means. Just that it has the scientists worried.
Hopefully it's isolated, some rare phenomenon. If dark energy can destabilize solar material. Probably not something to worry about now. But resources in this galaxy are scarce enough without stars suddenly going dead.
Some days I think flying around in the fleet without a planet of our own is the right idea.
Do you think the Geth are responsible for what's happening to Haystrom's sun?
Keela, I hope not. They can screw up a star. Our chances in war are even worse than I thought.
I don't think this is the Geth. It would take massive time and resources to affect a star like this deliberately. It's too inefficient to be a weapon, and even the Geth wouldn't destroy a useful star system. Besides, they didn't show up until we did.
I hope you're right, ma'am. Synthetic bastards are bad enough as it is.
How have you been, Rieger? You took kind of a beating on Haystrom.
Physical damage wasn't bad. I was down for about a week with infection, though. Figure I got off easy. I don't have to face those admirals.
With your immune systems, it couldn't be easy for Quarians to fight a war. You'd lose more people to infection than injury.
We can't afford a frontline attack, that's for sure. Have to fight smart. Ideally from orbit.
We do have stockpiles of antibiotics. It's not as though everyone would die from a single shot.
No, Shepard's right. You've only seen our strike ops tally. Don't have all the fancy equipment in a frontline fight. Supplies get strained. Things get ugly, fast.
It'd be kind of cool to see, like, if the Quarians did have a military unit, you know, something that wasn't strike ops, something that was just infantry, where because they are so vulnerable to suit punctures, they were just wearing, like, you know, StarCraft-style Space Marine armor, where it's just this giant tank armor that they're walking around in. That'd be kind of cool. Just bullets, you know, energy beams and projectiles bouncing off of them. What are you doing here?
What are you doing aboard the Raya? It sounds like you gave your report to the Admiralty already.
Well, stayed to argue the charges against Tali'Zorah. I've served with her, and she deserves better than what she's getting.
Thanks, Cal.
Just stating facts, ma'am.
Have you had any luck talking to the Admiralty board?
Admiral Ron asked my opinion about the Geth since I'd fought on Haystrom. She and Admiral Gerrel are hoping you'll kill a bunch of Geth to get the crowd on your side, then find evidence to clear your name. They were hesitant, but, well, you didn't have many other options, ma'am. I recommended getting you onto the Alarai. I hope you can handle it.
You did the right thing. Thank you.
We should get going.
Good luck on the Alarai. Stay safe out there.
Roger that.
Tali'Zorah, given the circumstances, are you certain that speaking to me is appropriate?
I'm looking for information about the Alarai. I don't intend to bribe you in the middle of the plaza, Admiral.
Pleasure to meet you, Commander Shepard. We owe you a debt of gratitude for your actions against the Geth.
It's Aaron Sun and Morrigan. This is like a sci-fi fantasy murderer's row of acting talent here.
Tali was with me. Saren and the Geth would have destroyed us all without her help.
Your political machinations are transparent, Commander. They are also unnecessary. If you and your father were actually experimenting on active Geth subjects, then you are simply idiots. No reason to waste resources on a trial. If not, then this was a tragic accident in the pursuit of a higher cause. Again, no trial is needed to determine that.
I'm sorry to keep talking about the voice acting, but the actress's name is Claudia Black. She's, I think, most famous for playing Aaron Sun on Farscape, which is my favorite science fiction show, probably my favorite show of any type of all time. And of course, she played the voice of Morrigan in Dragon Age. She also, I only know this because I looked it up, she plays the voice of Matriarch Athena in Mass Effect 2, who is, of course, the bartender on Ilium who tells the story about her parents, one being a Krogan, one being an Asari. And they intimate also that she is Liara's father, who paired with Matriarch Benezia. I only mention that because I never in a million years thought that Claudia Black was that voice. That voice of Matriarch Athena is, in my opinion, a flawless American accent, a very good American accent, and also has a very, like, smokerish quality to it. Sounds really husky and like the woman has smoked for years and years, which is not ever an affectation I've heard somebody put on when it comes to their voice. I was like, whoa, shit, that was Claudia Black? No freaking way. I thought for sure it was an American actress. Anyway, so I'm needless to say, I'm very impressed with Claudia Black, and she's very pretty to boot. Right, okay, I don't remember what we just asked. Opinions on Geth, I guess. Let's talk about the lab... oh, no, that was lack of interest in the trial. I don't remember. Lab ship?
Can you tell me anything about the Alarai?
Little. We detected several communication signatures before the Geth jammed the comm systems. Given the likely networked intelligence requirements for taking over a ship, expect between 10 and 50 units.
Then this can't have anything to do with me. I only sent parts and pieces, and certainly not enough to make that many Geth.
Careful, Tali. If you sent enough for them to piece together one Geth, and then that Geth became conscious and was able to piece together others out of nearby material, I could see how they would still try to pin that on you. Let's ask her opinions on the Geth and hope that we're not repeating that first one.
It sounds like your ideas about synthetics are in the minority.
Yes, at least on the Admiralty board, Hangerel sees an enemy that must be crushed. Zalcorus would run away and hide on some new colony world. Shalaran is still undecided. I had thought Rael to be firmly in Han's camp, but if his experiments were on active Geth, perhaps we have ideas in common.
You support experiments on living creatures?
Rael should have felt no more guilt experimenting on Geth than I did while performing surgery on a childhood toy.
The fact that you performed surgery on your childhood toys explains a great deal, Admiral.
A ship travels faster than I can. With the right programming, it can choose locations, even defend itself when attacked. But it is just a machine. It was built for the sole purpose of serving its master, and it can be dismantled whenever its master desires.
If we don't find Rael alive on the Alarai, what do you think will happen?
The power balance will be disrupted. Han loses a vote for his foolish and self-destructive war. That would favor peace then, as Shalaran is too careful to risk her own neck. But if the Admiral replacing Rael agrees with me, things could become very exciting.
I see.
If you're not interested in this trial, why not recuse yourself?
And let that aging warship Hangerel and the cowardly Zalcorus be the ones to chart this course.
Ooh, she does not like those
I think
guys.
not. The broader purpose underlying the trial is too important. Talizora is only peripherally related. No offense intended.
And what is the true purpose of this trial, Admiral?
To determine whether Quarians should fear their past mistakes or reclaim their glory using our natural affinity for artificial intelligence.
Whoa, I thought this was more like a referendum on whether or not they should be retaking their homeworld or continuing in the migrant fleet. You're talking about studying AI again?
So the only reason you care about this is because Rael might have learned something valuable from the Geth?
Indeed. If he has, then even in this accident we may find something worthwhile.
You want to create new AIs?
No, Talizora. I wish to return the Geth to the control of their rightful masters, the Quarian race.
You're insane.
I mean, hey, if you're going to retake the homeworld, that would be a more expedient way to do it than to try to kill them all.
Thank you for the information.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Commander.
And you, Claudia Black. Hi.
Shepard,
Vitor.
how did you get onto the Raya?
Shepard is here to help me with my trial.
Oh yes, I heard about that. I hope you didn't really do what they said you did.
Say hi.
No, Vitor. I would never endanger the fleet.
Oh, well, good. So, can I help you with anything? I mean, probably not, but you helped me.
Do you remember anything else about the Collectors?
What?
Anything at all?
Nothing new.
That shouldn't have been the first
Sorry.
question.
Every time I go back to that place in my mind, I
Vitor, come back. It's okay.
Dr. Ilham
want to
Shia.
help, but I can't. I didn't see anything, and what I remember...
Don't worry, Vitor. We're going to find the things that did this, and we're going to kill them.
Good. Thank you.
I thought, do you have any more information, was a request for information on the Alarai. I didn't think I was going to bring up the Collectors. That was very ham-fisted of me. Shepard, you know that he's sensitive about that, and you're just like, hey, by the way, remember that Collector thing? What else do you know? Putting him into therapy for another 6 weeks after this.
Tali could use some friends right now. Would you be willing to tell the Admirals how she helped you?
No, I mean, yes, but I already did. They came to see me. I didn't want to talk in a crowd.
Vitor is doing well, but he isn't ready for a public speech just yet.
I talked to them. So did that soldier, Cal Rieger. We both told them about how you helped us. I hope it helped.
I'm sure it did, Vitor. Thank you.
I don't know how accurate a representation this is of PTSD, but all the same, I can understand. I guess you got PTSD. You're kind of screwed up, dude. You need time and you need help.
Take care of yourself, Vitor. Not many could have gone through what you did and come out sane.
I know. I didn't.
Yeah.
But thank you, Commander. It's only because of your help that I've come this far.
Shepard, put your foot in your mouth like 3 different times in that conversation. Admiral Gerlo.
Tali, I'm glad Admiral Rahn got you leave to hit the Alarai. Hopefully you'll find something that clears your name.
I'm more concerned with finding my father, Admiral.
I wish you luck. Blow up some Geth on the way. And your Captain Shepard, Admiral Hangerel Vasnima. To be honest, I was afraid a human would be too meek and humble. Watching you rail away at Admiral Corris, though, Tali's in good hands.
You mean with the way the System Alliance comports itself in the galaxy, you thought we'd be too meek and humble? We're like the brashest, biggest swinging dick assholes in the block. I think the actor's name is Simon Templeton, I believe is his name. His voice is just like butter. Man, he's got a great voice.
I get the sense you're inclined to believe the defense. I'm glad one of the judges is.
If you were only giving Rael inactive equipment for weapons tests, I've got no problem. We need to test weapons against Geth material. I know you and your father. You put too much of yourselves into this fleet to do anything to jeopardize our safety. And you're both smart enough not to make mistakes like the ones they're saying you made.
Good. I like this guy.
Can you tell me anything about the Alarai?
Nothing good. We sent some of our best Marines into that hellhole. Damn few made it back. Whatever Rael was doing, it blew up in his face. The ship is crawling with Geth. Don't go in expecting survivors.
Admiral, my father, your friend, is on that ship.
I know that, Tali, but if Shala hadn't suggested you might volunteer, we'd already have destroyed the Alarai. That's where we stand.
You and Tali's father go back a long ways?
We served together on the gunship Yaska during a bad Batarian raid. We were kids, serving pre-pilgrimage as trainees. Crew of 10, and 6 were dead. Kinetic barriers were down. Rael and I were alone on the bridge, and the Batarians had drawn off a tramp freighter.
Did you save the freighter?
Our ship was under orders to hold position, but Rael looked at me and said, "We're underage. They can't charge us for breaking formation." He took the helm, I took weapons, and we brought that freighter back. The crew called us heroes. The brass called us idiots. They slapped medals on our suits, then kicked us off to pilgrimage a bit earlier than usual. That's Rael for you.
It's a good story.
Can you tell me about the other admirals? Anything that might help me change their minds about Tali?
When you didn't recognize Tali as Admiral Zen, she's on the fence. She takes fleet safety very seriously. On the other hand, she's always been in favor of studying the Geth. I hope she sees the benefits of Rael's research. Admiral Corris is the same whining suit-wetter yours was.
You disagree with Admiral Corris's policies, I'm guessing. Or is it personal?
The man is a damn Geth apologist. Thinks we were wrong to try to destroy them centuries ago. He wants us to search for new colony possibilities instead of taking back the home world. Any research on the Geth makes him angry. You don't have much of a chance with him, I'm afraid.
I like this admiral, but honestly, finding colonies sounds much more reasonable than trying to take back the home world.
It sounds like we're dealing with more politics than just Tali bringing back equipment.
You noticed that, did you? Tali's father wasn't just running weapons tests on the Geth for fun. He was looking for something to give us an edge when we attacked the Geth in full-scale war.
I know Father wanted to retake the homeworld someday, but are we that close?
I don't know, kid. We almost had the votes. We just need to give people hope for victory.
I hope the Quarian people find some place to live, Admiral, but it sounds like you're playing with fire.
We're too comfortable now, Shepard. We've got the largest fleet in the galaxy and we just ride around doing nothing.
We might need that fleet to help fight the Reapers, Admiral.
She's got a point.
We need a world to shelter our non-combatants while we do it.
He's got a point, true.
Thanks for the information.
Hang in there, kid.
Thank you, Admiral.
I also like that Tali brought up the Reapers and he didn't blink about it. He was like, yeah, you're right. Reapers are coming. Like, he's not one of these, like, we don't even know if the Reapers are real.
Judging by your ability to play to a crowd, human, I have done Tali a favor by stripping Vasnima from her name.
Commander Shepard, this is Admiral Zalkoris Vasquibquib. Do not ask about the name.
I take no pleasure in this, Tali, truly. But you have gravely endangered and dishonored our fleet.
This guy's voice is great too. I think I recognize it, but I couldn't tell you where from.
Can you tell me anything about the Alarai?
Only that you should have let us destroy it. When we find the evidence of what Tali and her father did there, any hope of convincing the other admirals will die.
I did not bring active Geth to the Alarai, Admiral. I know how dangerous that would be. I only brought pieces.
The captured ship with its crew slaughtered by living beings in pain belies your argument.
Tali said not to ask about the ship name, so I won't.
You and the other admirals appear to have some disagreements beyond Tali's trial.
You are correct. Tali, I apologize for it being brought into your proceedings. The other admirals are pushing for war. Rael Zora was researching new weapons to use against the Geth. They would see our fleet destroyed in the skies over our homeworld, rather than find a new colony and adapt.
Can the Quarians coexist with the Geth after all your history?
I don't know. We all deserve to find out. They are our children, Shepard. We have all done horrible things to each other, but it has to end. For both groups. That is why I cannot sanction whatever experiments you helped enable, Tali Zora. I believe this message needs to be sent.
I understand, Admiral. I do not agree with you, but I understand.
What exactly is your problem with my crew member, Admiral?
That doesn't really follow what they just said to each other.
Her actions against Saren are to be lauded.
Good.
But like her father, she wants nothing but the destruction of the Geth. The people we created. The people we wronged.
The Geth drove us from our homeworld.
Of course they did. We tried to kill them.
We should move on.
Goodbye, Tali Zora. Be well.
I'm surprised to hear you say that.
I don't hate you, Tali. I just think your father's plans for war were wrong.
Well, I was expecting during the trial portion that guy would be the guy I'd hate most of all, but he seems eminently reasonable. I don't know that he's going to side with us in the end. That he explains himself well. Okay, where am I going here? Ah, must be the shuttle bay.
If anyone can retake the Alarai, Tali Zora can.
Yeah. She's got some badass help. Right, Garrus?
Tali Zora Vas Nima. Oh, sorry. I mean Vas Normandy.
No offense taken. The change in name was not my choice.
Per Admiral Rand's orders, the shuttle is prepared for you and Captain Shepard of Vas Normandy.
Can you tell us anything about what we'll find on the
Let's
Alarai?
ask everybody.
I'm afraid I don't know much. Not many Marines made it back from the initial assault. They talked about massive waves of Geth, though. More than there should have been.
There shouldn't have been any at all.
Right. I mean that they're afraid the Geth are building or repairing more of themselves from materials on the Alarai.
Let's head to the Alarai.
Of course. I'll unlock the shuttle now. Good luck with those Geth, Tali Zora. Keep us alive.
Keep us alive. Tali looks at Shepard like, Shepard, shut up. The Alarai, huh? Alright, let's rock and roll.